Welcome back to the channel. A lot of you guys will know now that I really do not get on with horror games. I can't stand them, I jump out of my chair and everything, I go nutty. But this game, I'm actually kind of, interested. There's a little bit of interest from this game, and this game's called the Callisto Protocol. I'm going to have PUBG gameplay in the background, as weird as that sounds. But let's jump into this article. If you've watched the Game Awards, I'm pretty sure you'll know about this. So, the new survival horror game, I say the new, it's not planned to be released until some point in 2022, so it's still a long way off. But survival horror game, the Callisto Protocol, is set in the PUBG universe for some reason. The Dead Space-style horror game from Glenn Schofield's new studio was unveiled last week at the Game Awards. When former Visceral Games boss Glenn Schofield announced the launch of Striking Distance Studios in 2019, he said his first game would be an original narrative in the PUBG universe. Last week, though, they unveiled it as the Callisto Protocol, a sci-fi survival horror game that looks very much like a spiritual successor to Dead Space, and very much not like a PUBG game. Except that apparently did not change. In an interview with IGN, Schofield said that the Callisto Protocol is in fact set in the PUBG universe, as it was originally billed, but 300 years after the events of PUBG. So somehow, PUBG and the military-based battle royale, that has somehow, 300 years later, turned into this prison-based, I'm going to say prison-based, I don't know the entire game, but from what we can see in the trailer, a prison-based survival horror game. And it looks very scary. Like, I don't say that about a lot of games. I played Outlast, I played some of Alien Isolation, I played several horror games. But this one actually looks as though they've done a very good job. But then, just don't get hyped. It's early trailers. Obviously, it's all cinematic and stuff. It's not going to be anything like that when the game comes out. We don't even know if this will be released on time. And it's scheduled to release in 2 years' time. But Schofield says, the funny thing is, I came in with this story when I went and met with the PUBG people for the first time and started talking about the Callisto Protocol and building a studio. I presented this game to them, and so what we did was made it fit within the PUBG storyline. It's funny because PUBG is a semi-silly battle royale in which a cast iron frying pan can literally save your ass. And while Schofield wants the Callisto Protocol to be the scariest game on next-gen platforms, so they're going with that, freak the shit out of people. I don't like that because I don't get on with jump scares and stuff, but at the same time, it sounds pretty fucking cool. That's if they manage to pull through and actually pull it off with it being a scary game. From what I hear, it's hard to be creative, or be the creative, and talk nicely about it, but from what I hear, Dead Space was one of the scarier games of its generation, and I want to do the same on next gen, or what's considered now the current gen. We're trying to make you really feel like you're in this world, even though it's you escaping from this prison, and you've got to survive these unthinkable horrors. I'm excited about the prospect of another Dead Space style experience, but also baffled by the need to crowbar it into the PUBG setting. It's an interesting way to draw eyes to PUBG, I suppose, which the publisher may feel is now necessary. It's still got a healthy player base, but as Steam charts indicates, it's no longer anywhere near the million-plus numbers it used to put up. Blah 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 blah. And PUBG Corp does appear to be leaning more heavily into the game's lore now. They've recently launched an entire website dedicated to it. I did try loading that website and it just didn't actually load anything. You can see the PUBG symbol top left, couple of different tabs for categories of different parts of the website top right, but nothing actually loaded. I'll leave this linked in the description and you guys can try clicking that link and see if the website does work for you. It's right towards the bottom of the article. But it says, it'll be interesting to see how these two very different games, the different pieces of the puzzle fit together. We'll be waiting a while for that though. It's not set to come out until sometime in 2022. So this game could still possibly be a year and a half, almost 2 years off. But what I'm going to do, I put some random PUBG gameplay in the background. I'm going to just leave the trailer, the cinematic trailer, to play and you guys can see it. And I don't know, just let me know what you think about it in the comments. I think it looks pretty cool and very weird at the same time. But I will see you in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
This is Black Irons to transport ship K-On. You are cleared for landing.